iron in their soul. Today's video is entitled, Your Presence Attracts Elite People, but it offends basic people. So we're making an assessment today of the audience that's around you. Whenever you're making progress, whenever you're attempting to go forward in life, there is an audience of people around you. And you have a lot of people who have the potential, who have the power, who have the influence to promote you, to give you an opportunity that you've earned, by the way, to see the value in you and help you go forward in life. And at the same time, there is an audience of people who is adverse to your progress, who wants to downplay you, who don't like the decisions you're making. And they're around you all the time. And so if you're on this process of growth and trying to get to the next level like we all are, both of those crowds are around you. And your ability to deal with both of them is going to determine if you will be successful or not. So let me give you this game. You have the desire to be great. You have the ability. You have the talent. But to add to that, you got God helping you. You have the drive. So you're willing to discipline yourself. You're willing to make sacrifices. You'll get up early in the morning to go to the gym. You're willing to work a second job to fund your second business. You have the ability to network with people who are on a higher level than you and not be jealous and also not be insecure. People who don't have character can't do that. So when you get around people who are at a higher level, either A, the insecurity kicks in, they start acting out of character, or B, their jealousy and hate will manifest and that will keep people from wanting to deal with them. I know someone just like this who was a very talented artist, very charismatic, had the look, had everything going for him, but his vibe made people not want to deal with him. You see what I'm saying? So some of you have all the talent, but you also have the proper energy to get to those doors. And people who don't have that are going to be jealous. The aura energy around you is felt by other people. Try this exercise. When you get a chance, look at a certain part of your body, wherever it may be, rub your hands together and slowly pull your hands apart. And the color that flashes in your mind is a symbol of your aura energy. I did this yesterday and the color orange came up, which is a symbol of creativity. And so this is kind of interesting because this is exactly where I'm at right now in my life with being creative as well as action oriented. So if you are a person who's going to be met by and accepted by elite people, then you're more than likely creative in some aspect, and you also are goal oriented and you're about action. You're not going to talk, you're going to sit down, you're going to think, you're going to reflect, you're going to meditate, but then you're going to go into action. And on the flip side of the coin, those who don't have that, they're going to talk about you. They're going to say that you're arrogant. They're going to think, who do you think you are? They're going to assume all of these bad things about you. And what they're going to do is project their insecurities onto you. So you will consistently have people around you having you feel like you're a bad person. They'll have you thinking, man, I must be a bad person. I'm arrogant. I'm unapproachable. I'm intimidating. And what they are doing, and that could be possible. There could be some character you need to develop. And that's true. They're not all just making it all up. But if you're not doing these things, then they're projecting their insecurities onto you. And this is the dark side of being an attractive person. Again, attraction doesn't just mean your physical looks. It could be that as well as your energy, your talents, your abilities, the goals you have, the progress you're making, your financial state. If you have anything that's attracting abundance to you, that almost always will create a negative response in certain people. So you have to be willing to basically deal with the emotions of love and hate on a consistent basis and not allow any of it to stop you from being who you are. So if this is you, let me give you this assignment. I want you to take each day 10 to 15 minutes and meditate on the minerals of the earth. Yes, exactly what I said. I want you to take 10 to 15 minutes each day in quietness and meditate on the minerals of the earth. And here's why. Put on you some quiet meditation music and begin to envision the minerals of the earth. Gold, silver, diamonds, emeralds. And as you begin to think about this and meditate, what you're doing is you're tapped into an abundance mindset. Even if you don't have any of the above right now, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a woman thinks in her heart, so is she. So the key to abundance, or one of the keys actually, of course, there are many keys, hard work, discipline, connections, 1,000 keys. But one of those keys is mindset. You got to have a mindset. And that's where I'm at in my life right now. You have to have the millionaire mindset to get to that level. You won't wake up one day and just boom, I'm a millionaire, or I'm a famous person, or I'm known. It begins in the mind. And so I want you to begin to each day have this abundance mindset and reject a lack mindset. Even if you are in lack right now, that's okay. That's a season. That season of lack doesn't determine the purpose of God in your life. So I got to put that out there, because sometimes we get lost in the sauce. You're going through a hard time and you start thinking this is my whole life. No, that's a season. Okay. If you're going through a hard time, tell yourself clearly this is a season and this too shall pass. So tell yourself, speak life over yourself. Tell yourself, I am being positioned for favor. That's why I'm experiencing these tests. That's why life is getting hard for me. I am being positioned on God's chessboard for a big move. That's what I believe. And this is why those who are elite can recognize the ability, the talents that are in me. It's obvious. It's manifesting. And so as you go through this process and those come along, and when I say basic, let me explain this. Basic is not to be condescending. Let me give a clear definition of that. What do I mean by basic person? I know many of you think basic, you're thinking about just simply looks. You can be good looking and basic. So this is not just about looks. This basic to me is an individual or man or woman who has no ambition. That's basic to me. You don't have any ambition. You don't have any goals. You're not pushing yourself. You're not driven. You're not willing to make any sacrifice to be great. You literally are around people doing things and you want to posture yourself next to them to pinch off of their favor. That's basic. Elite is, I'm going to go get it. And I'm going to get around those who do have it and actually help them go forward, not be a hindrance to it. So basic is not condescending. It's saying you are a man or woman who is not pushing yourself. You're not goal-oriented. You're not self-motivated. You have to constantly be pushed by somebody else. Okay, so elite people, they don't have to be pushed. They push themselves. No one told Kobe to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. No one told Steve Jobs to work from 7 a.m. to 12 o'clock at night. So you think about people like Kobe Bryant, Steve Jobs, and so many others, not just artists and businessmen, but leaders. They were men and women who pushed themselves. Right? That's how you get to that next level. And so I want to encourage you to not be a basic person. Let me put that out there. That's not condescending. That is a rebuke out of love. Right? If that's you, you don't have to be that. Start challenging yourself to go. Let me talk to you. Start challenging yourself to go to the gym. Challenge yourself to eat better. Challenge yourself to fast from time to time. Right? I'm not judging. Just a word of wisdom. Challenge yourself to work a little harder. Challenge yourself to wake up a little earlier. We all have so many disciplines and decisions we can make each day that can help us be the best version of ourselves. And this is at times one of the reasons. I got to make that clear because I don't want to be simplistic. One of the reasons for sadness, depression, is our spirit is crying out for more. Our inner man, our spirit is saying, I can be at a higher level. I could be at a higher vibration, a higher frequency. The energy around me is not who I'm supposed to be. And so at times the sadness is a sign that you're not pushing yourself to your fullest potential. And I know you resonate with that. And if that's you, don't condemn yourself. Just receive this word. Receive it in your spirit and say, you know what? You're right. I'm not pushing myself. And this is why I'm struggling with some of this sadness. And as you begin to do what you want to do and not just do what you need to do to survive, this is when you will begin to experience that abundance that you desire. So as we conclude and wrap up today's message, I want to challenge you to go forward and to continue to prosper. Make decisions each day. I pray that you will have dreams and visions that will give you insight for your life. I hope that you will be able to go forward and make decisions each day and have the courage to pursue the proper and healthy relationships, and also have the wisdom and discernment to remove yourself from relationships that are negative. That's essentially the purpose of today's video. This isn't to make a judgment of people, but to make you use discernment and discretion. Who should I be around and who do I need to avoid? And this is a decision that every person that hears this message needs to make on a consistent basis. And your success or lack thereof in this area will determine you going to the next level. That's what I have for you today. This is your big brother, King Jabez. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.